Welcome back, everyone. Well, tonight, the Twitter apocalypse is imminent. The Twittopocalypse. The end of days. The breaking down of the censorship machine that so many dedicated leftists have put their time, effort, blood, sweat, and tranny janny into. You just hate to see it. For years and years, this meticulous system has been built up in order to suppress anyone who wasn't on the far left, and now it's all being taken away, bros. F in the chat for the lefty censoring fucktards. Hate to see them go. Yes, in case you've been living under a rock and you have not heard, Elon Musk has announced a general amnesty after unbanning sort of high-profile accounts such as Jordan Peterson, Sargon of Akkad, James Lindsay, etc., etc. He is now offering a general amnesty. He ran a poll. Vox Populi, Vox Dei, as they say. The public has spoken. He is but a humble servant of the public. I mean, he's been basically saying in other threads that the only way people are going to start trusting Twitter again is if there is transparency. And it looks like there could be some very spicy things coming out of Musk and Twitter very, very soon. There is the suggestion that he will release all of the Twitter communications regarding the censorship of the Hunter Biden laptop story, and possibly all the other censorship requests that were made to Twitter by the government, which would be explosive. Yes, the lefty Jannies thought they would be able to get away with it forever, but it turns out they may be answerable to their crimes, or at the very least in the court of public opinion. A bit like the Stasi blowing up, all of the people around them will be like, oh, you're one of those people who, censored everyone. And of course, when it comes out who exactly they censored and everyone gets a chance to see who it was specifically that shut their life down, there are going to be repercussions. But in the interest of transparency, we need to know because, I know some of these people who were banned off Twitter, it had a very serious effect on them. They were running their business or, they were a content creator and stuff like that. But the worst thing, of course, is not knowing why. Just being banned by some random faceless person at Twitter. And, it's intolerable. So anyway, I thought we would just go through a little bit of some delightful cope and seethe from the Washington Post, of course. Yes, the beneficiaries of this system of censorship and the mainstream media who are being propped up by their access to Twitter and getting very, very lazy because they're never getting pushed back upon are predictably seething. Opening the gates of hell, Musk says he will revive banned Twitter accounts. Oh no! The Twitter chief says he will reinstate accounts suspended for threats, harassment, and misinformation beginning next week. Well, I mean, again, right? We can actually read the tweet here. Should we offer a general amnesty to suspended accounts provided they have not broken the law or engaged in egregious spam? Of course, from the Washington Post's point of view, this is literally letting the barbarians in the gate. And the chuds are going to be skating around, having barbecues, speaking in their lowbrow country ways all over the beautiful marble floor of the censorship temple that they have erected. Yes, Elon Musk plans to reinstate nearly all previously banned Twitter accounts to the alarm of activists and online trust and safety experts, many of whom are now looking for a job. Couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of people, I swear to God. After posting a Twitter poll asking, quote, should Twitter offer a general amnesty to suspended accounts provided they have not broken the law or engaged in egregious spam, in which 72.4% of the respondents voted yes, Musk declared, quote, amnesty begins next week. I mean, this says something about the general mood of Twitter at the moment, what with a whole bunch of lefties having gone to places like Mastodon, which are even less regulated and even less insecure than Twitter used to be. It's quite interesting that the botnets didn't seem to be able to queer this poll. There was some speculation earlier that the earlier poll that Musk did about President Trump was deliberately to track bot activity. And if that is the case, it seems like even in a couple of days, the amount of bot traffic on Twitter has gone down. The Twitter CEO did not respond Thursday to a request for comment from the Washington Post. Yeah, I bet. Washington Post, I bet you're like top on his list of people to fucking reply to. No one wants to talk to you because you're fucking assholes. The poll garnered more than 3 million votes. Vox Populi, Vox Dei, baby. The mass return of users who had been banned for such offences as violent threats, harassment and misinformation will have a significant effect on the platform, experts say. Always with those experts saying. And many questioned how such a resurrection would be handled, given that it's unclear what Musk means by egregious spam. Well, he'll just make it up, won't he? He's the ruler now. He is now the king of the palace of speech that you have erected, and he's changing the place up. Suck it down. I mean, honestly, who else could they have gotten that was like more left than the current bunch of rulers? I mean, freaking, I don't know, Antifa Sauron? Christ's sake. And the difficulty of separating out users who have, quote, broken the law, which vary widely by jurisdiction and country. Well, Musk could always say, well, Twitter is a US company, we abide by US law, so we're only going to ban people who break US law. Obviously, the EU and other countries are not going to be happy with that, but, Apple and Google need to seriously start exploring booting Twitter off the App Store. Ah, yes, here we go. The nuclear option. If we can't control it, we must destroy it. We must keep people away from the truth at any cost, said Alejandra Caraballo, clinical instructor at Harvard Law's Cyber Law Clinic. Harvard allegedly used to be a reputable university, but I have seen nothing but trash come out of them recently, so I am not inclined to give any credentialism to someone who goes to Harvard. Oh, I studied at Harvard. Yeah, that used to be like a thing 25 years ago. Now, when people hear that you've gone to Harvard, they just think you're a woke retard. What Musk is doing is existentially dangerous for various marginalized communities. Oh no. It's like opening the gates of hell in terms of the havoc it will cause. Yeah, really? People who engage in direct targeted harassment can come back and engage in doxing, which is against the terms of service. Targeted harassment, which is against the terms of service. Vicious bullying, I think, which is also against the terms of service. Calls for violence, which is definitely against the terms of service. And celebration of violence. I'm not even sure what the fuck that means. I can't even begin to state how dangerous this will be. Yes, well, you would say that. I mean, the thing is, I suspect the way they are interpreting these words is much more liberally than the sort of reasonable person would interpret them. This is the second time in a week that Musk has used a Twitter poll to seemingly make a major decision related to the platform. Oh no! On November 18, he restored former President Donald Trump's account after 52% of a poll's respondents said he should do so. And Trump hasn't tweeted and the world hasn't ended. Vox Populi, Vox Dei, Musk tweeted. Latin for the voice of the people is the voice of God, which is kind of the basis for democracy. So I don't know, only democracy when they get the result they want, obviously. On that day, he also unilaterally reinstated at least 11 high-profile far-right Twitter accounts, including Jordan Peterson. Yes, of course, the famous neo-Nazi Jordan Peterson, known for his ethnocentrism. Jesus fucking Christ, how the fuck can you call Peterson far right? And the Babylon Bee, a conservative media company. Oh no, they can make jokes at the lefties now, and you can't stop them. He also restored Project Veritas. Nice. A site that was frequently accused of misrepresenting events it commented on, but never convicted of misrepresenting events. One thing you'll know about Project Veritas is they are very, very sue happy. So they've been sued a whole bunch of times, and they win every single time. So very careful wording, I imagine, there. And they were banned, apparently, for repeated violations of Twitter's private information policy, which is bullshit. Project Veritas did journalism. They did journalism on the people in the Golden Circle and issues that concern the Golden Circle, and as a result, they got nuked. And Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal account which had been banned since January for violating the platform's COVID-19 misinformation policies. Oh no, well, they've served us so well so far, right? And pushing violent and extreme rhetoric, right? So let me get this straight. She didn't threaten violence against anyone. This is this whole, basically anything that we don't like that's a bit spicy is violent. Experts say that bots and bad actors can easily skew the results of a Twitter poll. Yeah, well, you would know, Washington Post, wouldn't you? I mean, you are part of the self-same orgiastic swamp engaging in this kind of fuckery, so of course you would know. And basing decisions on one is irresponsible. Oh, no! Well, I mean, look, Twitter's a private company. It can do what it wants, right? And Musk is now the owner of that company, so he can do what he wants. So shut the fuck up, You're the same kind of people who are like, oh, I'm a private company, when it wasn't happening to you, so I guess suck it down and die angry. A Twitter poll can be manipulated. There's nothing scientific or rigorous in any way about what he's doing. No, he's trying to make money, right? He's trying to make his platform successful so he can grow it into $1 trillion company and make money. Unlike you retards who are basically doing it to support a political agenda. Said Sarah T. Roberts, an associate professor at UCLA. Wow. Well, you got to listen to her. And faculty director for UCLA's Center for Critical Internet Inquiry. Jesus. Who previously worked at Twitter researching content moderation processes. Somebody salty that they lost their part-time job basically censoring people. Before Elon took over, Roberts added, there were entire teams of people who did market and user research. And Trump BTFO'd all of you. He knew exactly what the people wanted. They wanted freaking free speech and to not live under this kind of mad Kafka-esque censorious dictatorship. Suddenly he's running Twitter off completely unscientific polls. Oh, so your polls are scientific. Right. That are polling unknown people? Right. And certainly not any kind of demographically representative swath of people. Oh no, bros. Almost like in Musk's mind, every user is just a user and all of their opinions are equally valid. Oh no. Maybe Musk doesn't care if the Twitter user in question is black or trans or gay or white or whatever. They are just users. The great equalizer. Many predict the restoration of banned accounts will help bring on the, quote, free-for-all hellscape that Musk had promised advertisers would not come to pass shortly after he took possession of the platform. Angelo Carusone, chairman and president of Media Matters, oh ho ho! The Democratic media attack dogs are out in force, I see. A non-profit advocacy group and media watchdog. Oh, that makes them sound so innocent. Media Matters are like the Democratic media attack dogs. They go after people. They are a nasty bunch of people. Said that Musk's decision could mean bringing back networks of individuals that include the American Nazi Party and a whole bunch of 8chan, 4chan conspiracy theorists who engage in harassment and abuse. Well, then ban them if they engage in harassment and abuse. Simple. I think everybody deserves a do-over. 8chan and 4chan are two message boards known for their racist and anti-Semitic posts. Yeah, but they're known for other stuff as well. Like freedom of expression, Bad. Freedom of expression is very bad. They're also known for great memes. They're known for memeing Trump into the White House. Reversing the suspensions would mean turning Twitter into a one-stop shop for operationalizing doxing and harassment. Pretty sure doxing is legal, and I'm pretty sure that anyone on the right who engaged in it got banned, and I am also pretty sure that Antifa and all of the people on the left were doing it with impunity for ages. So if they just enforce the doxing rule against everybody, it should be fine. And an engine of radicalization, Carusone said. It's a red pill Pez dispenser. Oh no! All the normies will be chumming down on red pills. Oh no! They might start seeing the fuckery going on around them. Oy vey, we're losing control. Shut it down. And quitting Twitter won't keep you safe. Even if you're not on Twitter, you can still be the recipient of these campaigns. Don't know how. I mean, I guess people could get pissed off on Twitter and find you in real life, but then they'd have to dox you. Anyway, this just goes on and on and on and on. Like more of the horrors that will happen if people are allowed free speech, which is funny because it's my understanding. I might be wrong. Correct me in the comments, Amera Bros, if this isn't true. But my understanding is that America survived for nearly 200 years with freedom of speech and basically dominated the fucking world. So, I mean, I don't know what sudden precedent you're seeing for, like, basically unilaterally rewriting the Constitution there, Washington Post. But I suspect a majority of Americans, quite a large majority of Americans, would like you to go and fuck yourself. And I would also like you to fuck yourself. Thank you very much. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, do a thing down in the comments. Did you like this article? Did you hate it? Give us a like. If you hated it, give it a dislike. If you really hated it, send it to someone that you hate. They can watch it as well. It's all the same amount of views to me. And I'll see you next time. Good night.